Israel is in the midst of its second lockdown. Israelis are not allowed to go further than 1,000 meters away from their homes and, of course, refrain from social gatherings. All that is true, but some appear to think the rules do not apply to them. Israeli politicians and officials, to be precise. The current closure coincided with the September and October Jewish holiday season. Israelis were asked to celebrate only with nuclear families. The Minister of Environmental Protection, Gila Gamliel, even took to Twitter to ask everybody to celebrate Sukkot, the festival of tabernacles, only with immediate family, so that next year it will all be good. Good advice, which, had she herself followed it, could have saved her more than a few unwanted headlines. Gamliel did not mention in her tweet, for example, that just a few days prior to Sukkot on Yom Kippur, the Day of Atonement, she traveled some 100 miles from home to pray with her husband's family, not only breaking the government's distance ban, but also the curb on large gatherings.
As a prime minister who prays every year in synagogue on Yom Kippur, I call on you not to go to synagogues this year. Pray outside.
Breaching the rules appears to be one of the few things which unites Israel's entire political spectrum. Miki Levy, from the main opposition party Yesh Atid, is a member of the Coronavirus Committee and a former police official who surely knows a thing or two about obeying the law, or maybe ignoring it by completely disregarding the tweet from Gamliel and visiting his son's home during Sukkot. With each passing day, Israelis stuck at home alone under lockdown see more examples of officials for whom the restrictions appear to be just suggestions rather than instructions. The head of the Shin Bet security service, Nadav Argaman, hosted his extended family. Sarah Netanyahu, the prime minister's wife, had a hairdresser come to her home, regular things which regular Israelis cannot do, but the politicians and officials can. It was the prime minister himself who disobeyed his own regulations at the beginning of the crisis during Passover.
As you can see, we are getting ready for the holidays, but the table this time is different. It's small. Watch the regulations. Watch your life.
He called on all Israelis to celebrate only with those living with him in the same house, but his son, who lives away, was there with him. President Reuven Rivlin doing the same, also hosting family. All this while millions of Israelis, including the elderly, had to celebrate alone. The Israeli leaders are quick to label anti-government protesters as anarchists, demonstrating ultra-Orthodox Jews as disobedient and the Arabs as disloyal. And while they're quick to blame everyone else for the virus spreading unchecked, they seem unaware that public disdain for those who think being on top places them above the law is unchecked as well.